You know what I hate more than the 2 draws we got last episode, but to be fair, we came back from one of them. Corruption and copyright, but we're here again for the next episode of the Barca rebuild. As welcome back, people. Here we are, episode number 7 of season number 2. We're straight into this one, but of course, as always, if you haven't seen the previous one, you've got to make sure you've seen it, because it's a big game up first today, a cup final. So click that red subscribe button, make it grey, and make that bell at the side of it grey as well by clicking that one. As we'll go straight to the calendar, we have a final to start us off with after a penalty shootout and a glorious comeback against Atletico Madrid. Levante is the team, then Bilbao midweek after that one, so I think we're going to play both of these first 2 games. Leganes, who are bottom of the league, which is a risk to simulate, but we will do that nevertheless. A week and a half off, or actually 2 full weeks, which includes a deadline day. Yes, we have a deadline day today, as Eibar away are after that. Levante and Osasuna if we get onto those. Big month of fixtures, of hopefully transfers that we can make. I do have some players on that list right now, 2 in particular, who are big ones. And it all depends if players leave, because now we've signed contracts in the last episode, I think I'm going to come to the conclusion, I don't know if you guys agree with this, please tell me in the comments, if a release clause is paid and they're not, of course, willing to negotiate a new contract, or they don't need one, the release clause will stand. A team pays it, the player leaves. I say that, of course, because of Pedri, as we got it right here. We've got a loan deal, a 2-year loan from Villarreal for Pablo Gavi. Now that is rejected, although one of the players I'm looking at is a central midfielder. We have got quite a few of them, as Braithwaite wants to play in this final. Wrong time to ask. Just no, as this is the team we're going to play. A couple of tired faces in there. A big tight face who's been moved to the bench, Ansu Fati, but we want the Supercopa this year. Last year it was a 1-0 defeat to Atletico, as Neto still starts in goal. Mazraoui, Araujo captain's tired, but he's still in the team as Christiansen comes back in, and Dest at left back. Kessié sitting, with Frankie and Pedri just in front of him. Dembele starts on the right, with Memphis Depay, and Ferran Torres, 89 rated, but I'm still yet to get the best out of him. So he moves on to the left for Ansu Fati, who's still on the bench, because of course I do trust him to have an impact in games, although Adama's there. I think I'm going to maybe slip him on the bench, but I don't want to take the youngsters out. I'm going to take Gavi out just for this one, rest him for this final, and Gonzalez is playing well at the moment, so that is the team. A final to start the episode off with. How is it going to go? And let's see the team, as we've got a snowy cup final. Aitor in goal. Pubil, Vezo, Diaz and Robert. These, of course, beat us this year. We're in the final with us last year and gave us a really good game and everything. As Budawi, Vukovic, Malero and Seykan supporting Roger. All hands to the defensive pump, as usual. So let's start off strong. I mean, can you even see the ball? This is terrible. Who expects snow like this in La Liga? In Spain? I've never seen snow in Spain, as Mazraoui into Frankie de Jong to try and dribble through. Jeez, it is a little bit hard to see. Ousmane Dembele on it now. Memphis Depay. Just one of those games though, isn't it? As Ousmane Dembele with a chance to cross. It looked decent into Pedri. And Ferran was at the back post. Didn't win it, but Frankie trying to knock the header down. Kessié. That's got to be handball from Roger. Nothing given. Surprised the referees let this white ball be picked. I mean, you shouldn't have to change the ball yourself. It should just be naturally changed. As Dembele whipping one into the back post. Ferran Torres. A cross net. That was a shot, so not too impressive from Ferran there. But we do keep hold of the ball. Kessié now into Pedri. And he's going to crack from range. And just had to be saved by Aitor. Decent little shot that from him. As we've got, of course, Araujo there. He scored in El Clasico last time out. Can he get a final goal? Oh, just wide. That was just unlucky as Serginho Dest throws it back to Andreas Christiansen. Drilled alongside into Ronnie Araujo to just run it through the defence. He's just amazing at the moment. And he's going to pass this out wide to Ousmane Dembele, getting a start in the final. Risked it for a biscuit as we're 20 minutes in. Kessié on to Pedri. Of course, if we win this, the quadruple's still on. I've got to mention that again because it worked in the last episode, as that's a ball around the corner. A little clip in, but Frankie de Jong crosses it into Pedri, who cannot leap. Being limited into crosses as Frankie, Kessié into Pedri, and that's a clipped ball out wide again. Let's try and go inside, shall we? Memphis, good turn. Pedri with the ball at his feet, gives it back to Memphis to try and hit it, and he's hit it through bodies, and it's in the back of the net. We lead in the Super Copa final between Pedri and Memphis. I never knew who to shoot with, and it landed to the Dutchman, and he has hit it past the defenders. Now they've got to stop parking the bus. Almost half an hour into the final, finally, we actually lead against Levante. Usually, we've got to try and kind of chase them. As a ball over the top, please win that, Mazraoui. Perfect defensively as Ousmane Dembele into Frankie de Jong. That's drilled across into Pedri. Now Memphis, who's going to dribble it forward slightly. Can we get this out wide? We do. 1-2. I mean, it will be quick succession. And a misery compiler as that's out wide now to Memphis. Cross that in. Great ball into Ferran, and it is 2. It's as easy as that. We'll go to these fans behind the net if it lets us, which it doesn't. And Ferran Torres just on the aftermark of the half an hour. Brilliant stuff. Looks already better on the left, but Ansu Fati, of course, will want to play there as we lead 2-0. Can we get our hands on the first trophy? Missed out last season at this stage, but going well. Success in the snow so far, as you can see them stats. A lot of S's right there have been spitting out as now Frankie de Jong picks up on this ball, dribbles it into Kessié. I literally feel like this game I could put Gonzalez on at half-time because rotations just seem likely. As we're winning this game and we're all over them as Ousmane Dembele tries to cut inside a little bit. He's got Frankie inside. That's a ridiculous tackle. He's let his team down. Picking up a yellow card. That could have easily been a red in my opinion. As Depay will go for a shot from range. We'll wheel that up a little bit. Not too bad. And we're going very well so far as a header won there by Kessié. On to Pedri. Now Ferran Torres with a little flick on. Serginho Dest. Into Ferran. He likes to curl when he's going for it before half-time. Why not? As we have a comfortable 2-0 lead. Of course, teams can come back. We came back with 8 minutes to go against Atletico last time out. We've got to still be comfortable. I said I could make changes. I'm going to back down on my word and I'm going to keep it the same. Just keep going how we had to try and succeed and get our hands on that trophy as Ferran has the overlap from Serginho. This is good passing. Inside now to Memphis. Got to be a foul, and he's got another free kick. A little bit closer in, but still would be difficult to beat the keeper from here unless we put a lot of power on this. And we have curl as well off the crossbar. Very close, but still always just the littlest bit too high as Araujo running with this still, trying to keep it alive. Frankie de Jong. That is quick free from Frankie. Good pass in. This is Memphis. Can he return it? Nobody wins a corner. Brilliant play from us so far. And I'm going to go short. I'm going to try it short this time. And Memphis dummies it. Tries to cross it past Ruben Vezo. Still keeps it. Frankie with the ball into Kessié. Just can't get there. But Ronnie Araujo heads it down. Pedri. Chest. Volley. And a free kick again. What a position this one is. Inside of the D. As come on Memphis. This is impossible to miss this one. Just get the right curl on it. Memphis Depay. Crossbar again. But headed in. Hey, that is a good little header from Ousmane Dembele. And we do get a third. I was gutted. I thought he just hit the crossbar and that was it. Good to see us follow up. Let's just say the pause was for comedic effect. To leave it at that, shall we? Unlucky from him. And then Roger doesn't jump high enough and we just get the easy header. It is 3-0 in the Super Copa final. And I'm that confident with everything, the way we're playing, the way we're going about our business. I'm even going to sub one of our defenders off, Oscar Mingueza, to come on for the centre-back, of course, in Araujo. The captain's going to get a rest. I like him playing every game, but once this one's confirmed, I think he can come off as Dembele's still on the field. Adama still on that bench for now as Dembele's playing well. And that does actually mean, although you guys tell me not to make him captain, and I haven't purposely fully done it, but you can't change it in game, that Kessié gets the armband. Now Araujo's off, so he's probably going to lift the trophy as Dembele into Richarlison. Now across to Ferran, still dominating this game, still picking up in the gaps. I thought they'd come out the blocks a bit and try it as Pedri tries one. Kessié now with a pass into Frankie de Jong as we've got just 10 minutes left. Got Adama on the bench who I think I do want to get on soon, but for which winger? Whoever puts the biggest shift in now will probably get a rest and then play the next game as Kessié from range stings the gloves of Aitor who can't catch and just bulldozes straight through him. Going about our business with a smile on our faces as it seems like we've won the game. And it's going to be Dembele coming off for Adama. Ferran will go back on the right in the next game. And Ansu, of course, on the left, as that's a good interception. Trying to get them straight off, but Kessié reading that one. Richarlison now onto Ferran, who can get a ball out wide. And we can actually cross, because Richarlison usually gets on headers. Can he get on this one? Just blocked. And a ball over the top right there, as we've won the header. But we've, most importantly, won the final game. We have a trophy in our midst. It's not the biggest of trophies, of course. There's only 2 rounds to get to it. But we've done it. The Super Copa. And this time we'll actually watch the boys lift the trophy. We made the mistake with the Europa League. Apparently I clicked X too fast, people have told me. As here he is, Kessié. Not Araujo, but at least he's getting a rest. And he'll play the next game as we go for the title. And there is trophy. Hopefully number 1 for the season. Super Copa in the bag. And 2 players saying something to me. Braithwaite says, hope I'll get a chance next time. Well, you may do, as Norberto Neto. Very good performance from him, a clean sheet. I think it's time we give him a contract, actually. That doesn't prove he's good enough to be rotational. I don't mind it, as he wants to be the important keeper at Barca. I mean, okay, I thought you just warranted a contract to be the backup keeper and win more trophies in the cups, but there's no chance he's being the starter, so maybe he just leaves. I'm rather stunned by that, to be honest, but it shouldn't matter too much. We've got Ter Stegen to be in our actual goal as we move on to Bilbao next in 5th. What a game this can be, of course, being chased by Real, who have played a game extra, and Atletico are 3 points behind, so it is vital we pick up points. As just the 2 changes from that, of course, Ter Stegen back in net, and Ansu Fati, who's on electric form, back on the left. Ferran moves back to the right. Memphis still up front in that kind of false 9 that he's been playing this season. I've blamed him a lot for not scoring, but his assists are still kind of up there, so we'll keep him in. And we are away to Bilbao, but unfortunately I've got to read the teams out this way. Because of copyright, it's kind of got to the channel a little bit, but it shows you how much support I'm getting that they actually want to copyright me. As Ben Yedder and Mikel Antonio are up front, Morcillo, Newhouse, Vanaken and Bernguay in the midfield. You can see the ratings here. Lekaway, Vivian, Alvarez, Lopez and Matty Cash at right back, with Unai Simon in goal. I'm going to see if there's an easier way to read it out, but that is the easiest way and easiest conclusion I've come to so far, as they've cut away from us there, Bernguay. Now on to Matty Cash, who goes backwards. A lot of English in this team. Mikel Antonio, Matty Cash. Yedder up front in a bad one. Must have bought him with the Iñaki money, as Pedri with a drilled pass out. Memphis just taps that onto Ansu. Brilliant ball. And Memphis Depay now spreads it out wide to Ferran Torres. Want to see him impress on that side of the wingers. That's not great from us. In fact, it's a free kick to them. Little bit quicker in transition, please, as Frankie. There we go. Memphis. Can we get it right this time? Pedri, second time lucky. Ansu Fati back into his young partner. Pedri going for a curler. It is blocked by their defence, but I like the way we're starting, even though our team is tired from winning a trophy. Keep on going here. Ansu now with a running behind from Memphis Depay. He's not got the best of options, but he cuts back, drops it off to Ansu. The run of Frankie was in behind Vanaken, who's a good signing as well. Been really good business from them, although they don't make signings. They're an academy team, Bilbao, of course, so FIFA, please be realistic next time out. Like the homegrown, as Elke cuts inside, looking for Mikel Antonio. Frankie de Jong away onto Kessié, and we'll run round this defender. Oh, we'll run round Mikel Antonio defending from the front as Memphis over the top. Here we go, Ferran Torres with a run on here at Iyeke, or the guy who's covering him out of position. Frankie into Kessié, will keep it just here. Ansu Fati, not quick enough. This is proving not to be an easy one, as Memphis gets it here slightly out to the right and tackled. But it falls back to Ferran around the corner. Memphis Depay. Frankie de Jong is in front of him. Can we get this back to Memphis? A little bit of an option. Couldn't get the shot clear off. But still we continue to push. Mikel Antonio. Matty Cash. Trying to run around the house. There's a little clip from Christiansen, and it's a good job he did not go down, as Kessié, come on, before half-time is the best moment to get it. Memphis Depay running at the defence. And what a heavy touch. Ansu not getting as involved as he usually does. Is that because he's been out of the team for one game? Shouldn't really affect him though, as Christiansen came a long way to make that tackle, and we do get the ball back. Ferran Torres, Frankie Look for him through that gap. That is brilliant. Can we play a 1-2 here, Memphis? That is good. Oh, good tackle. And half-time in this attack v defence game. 0-0. Still going to try and break this deadlock still. Let's push on. Frankie de Jong gets the ball out to Mazraoui around the corner into Memphis Depay. And Frankie de Jong covering on the wing for Ferran, who's gone slightly central. That's a good ball into Pedri, who's tackled in the box. And Pedri, for the third time in this career, is staying down. At least he's crawling back up, so it can't be too serious. But my days, he has been injury prone. The central midfielder I was thinking about signing may have to be signed quicker, as here is Pedri still on the field. At least he can still get up and pass the ball. Memphis can't though. He's been caught out there as the way it's going. I like how we're dominating, but I can't see us breaking the deadlock anytime soon. And they are showing the promise of a breakaway counter-attack goal if we're not careful, as Kessié just pass it into Memphis. Definitely not being his best game today, as he still kept the ball though. Ansu running in behind, not being his best. From our attack, it's not been good at all in terms of getting some chances off us. Frankie de Jong tries to chip that over the top. Yerai easily clears and we don't win the header. We were unlucky as Serginho Dest though wins the ball in a good position. We've got Memphis in front of us, but Ansu can keep on running. Here is Ansu Fati, still going towards net. Defender comes across. Still should get that, but a heavy touch from Ansu. And we are not doing good enough. Christiansen, look at that! Get better. The best player on the field by far for us is definitely Frank Kessié. He's winning everything in the centre as Frankie de Jong into Ansu. That's a sweet turn and a good save from Unai Simon to keep us out. Ousmane Dembele will come onto the field. And can we trust one of our defenders to get the goal? Of course, Ronnie Araujo does do the business from corners. It looks like it's going towards him, just past him. And Unai Simon catches after a final. A draw may not be the worst result, but we know what we're capable of. So, let's try and keep going. Ansu dribbling into the box, tried to turn. Probably not the best moment to try that, but tried to spruce things up as they've got a counter, but tackled. Ben Yedder. Kessié's there to sweep it up again, and Frankie puts this forward onto Memphis. Now Frankie de Jong out wide. Nico Gonzalez around the corner is Ansu. Cuts inside. Nico Gonzalez saved again. Damn it! Adama to come on. Get these wingers changed. As a corner ball once more. We've got to whip it in. We've got to whip it in. Come on, Ronnie Araujo. The moment is coming. That's a good one. Still not there. Adama gets the drop down. Frankie de Jong. Kessié! Saved! We've deserved the win so much. However, counter-attack. If we're not going to win it, don't lose it as they've gone backwards. Christiansen's been phenomenal as well. He's stopped all these counters single-handedly as Matty Cash trying to get past us. Where is Dest? He's here, sucked into the middle. Antonio tries to put a little cross into the box, but we do catch that one out. Adama to drop that off to Christiansen, who's got past the tackle. Keep on going, Andreas. This is last attack saloon, shall I say, as Memphis onto Adama Traore. He's going to try and cut back himself. Adama Traore still going, and Uri comes across. Not the time to lose it, mate, as we don't lose the game, but it's a 0-0 draw. Not the best of results at the moment after winning a final with 3 games in this week. I guess I can take it, but the pressure will be invited from the teams below. Well, we keep plodding along as we have the player injury sign. And it's 5 days of that, Pedri. Not too bad at all. Just needed the rest from that game, I guess, as it's 1 point between us and Atletico. And if Pedri ain't playing this next game, we could potentially go in for another player. Jordi Alba has a buy option. 17.7 million. He isn't playing at all. And unlike PK and Busquets going down in ratings, he seems like he could still play regularly. I think I'm going to let Jordi Alba go, because one of the next players I do want to bring in as well is a left back. Yes, you heard me correctly, but we're not going to go into that just yet, as a cup game's been threaded in. Until Alba leaves, I don't think I'm going to try and make my next signing, but 20th place at home has to be a good result. Pedri out of this team, out of the whole entire squad, in fact. And Gavi, I'm going to start Gavi. Gonzalez a little bit tired. So yeah, same team, but Gavi in the lineup as we're going to go and simulate this one. Don't be bad. It's bottom of the league. They're even more tired than us. Please. There we go. wrapped up. Ferran and Gaku missed the chance to get them a goal, but Richarlison rounded it up. In Rich we trust, as it is Real Sociedad up next, and he has left the club as Ansu Fati. 114 million from Manchester United. Rejected. Barca through and through, and I really love this guy. 3 messages before this game. Richarlison, Pedri and Mingueza all asking to play. It is a cup game. I hear them all out, and I think I am going to just give them game time, as Alaba has left though. I think I'm going to make a signing on this day before we play Real Sociedad. It's B squad as well, not even the first team. Didn't even know if we could technically do that, play their B squad, but it's been drawn, and I am going to try and draw a signing in. Probably not to play in this game, but be travelling to us. It'll take time for him to arrive, as the versatile Marc Cucurella, of course, has been at Barcelona before. And no offence to Brighton fans, especially in this career mode, the career mode Brighton fans, I think he has outgrown the Seagulls. Can he come back to where it kind of all begun? I don't know if he came through the academy. I just know he spent time at Barca and then was loaned out a lot. I'm not that sort of manager. I want him to stay at this club. So let's try and bring him back. We do have 2 84 rated fullbacks as it is, but I want to add some competition to this squad. They want Ousmane Dembele in the picture. Graham Potter, that is asking a lot. I mean, 50 million is a lot of money as well, and money talks. Money ain't a problem for us. 61.8. That's a lot for him as well. 55. 55 is a good fee for him, and 60 is what they're kind of sitting at. 57. We want to be a bit more savvy with money. 57. Agreed upon. Nicely done indeed, as it isn't an issue here. Important is okay. At least it's not crucial, so we'll take it as an important one. Accept that. We'll give him a 3-year contract here back at Barca. Plays left wing back, but I do want him playing fully wing back as 100 million on the release clause. That is fine. Brilliant. As the wage, we'll give him that increase. 80k is good enough, I would say, and a 700k signing on bonus. Wants a bit more, and we'll just give him it. It's under 100k a week, which is okay as it is. Marc Cucurella joins back at Barca. And here is the team that we're going to play for. Real Sociedad B. They're going to have a lot of young players, of course, as Peña starts in the goal. Oscar Mingueza, Garcia, Piqué and Cucurella. I said he'd be travelling. He's already here. He's starting the game. We'll give Dest and Mazraoui both a rest, as Busquets sits in CDM, him and Piqué in this lineup, with Gonzalez and Gavi, the 279 rated youngsters, catching Busquets, with Traore on the right, Richarlison starting up front, and Ansu Fati still in the squad, just ahead of Dembele and Aubameyang. Let's see how we do. Real Sociedad's B team is Ziabure in goal, Gabilondo, Gonzalez, Amabari. He's not a youngster, is he? I'm pretty sure he's not. Recio, Pornque, Sitin, Valleja, Garrido, Trentes and Djora, with Manguel and Zialia up front. Hopefully he doesn't touch the ball much. No offence, but I don't want to be saying his names, as, of course, it's a risk that we play this one and we simulate some of the league games, but we want to win everything and anything, so we do want to play the cup games to make sure we get the points, as this is a very young squad we're against. We should hopefully get the goals, as Busquets onto Gavi. Gavi just touches this here, goes for a little bit of a run. Still got no options, and Nico Gonzalez from range misses. Unlucky, as Adama here touches this ball down as well. Gotta say, a little bit of a kick clash, maybe just mind games played, but I'm not too fussed, as Mingueza whips a ball in. Richarlison still on the hunt for another in-game goal and tried to keep the pressure on right there. It's gone out to Marc Cucurella, who's brought the blue gloves back to Barca, as here is Gavi, I think that one is. I can't remember which number is which, as Busquets sitting. This one's Gavi going for a shot from range. Got to be handball, hasn't it? As it's being given their way. Bit strange, as we'll head that down. Eric Garcia into Oscar Mingueza around the corner. Gavi now into Nico Gonzalez. Bit of a heavy touch, but we do keep it. Gavi, go through that gap. There we go. That's a good gap to go through, as Richarlison keeps hold of the ball backwards. Nico Gonzalez from range hits the head of Ambari. I'm sure he's their old captain. I'm not too sure actually though, as we don't have Araujo, so we'll go short with the corner. Edge of the box. Nico Gonzalez turns it around to Marc Cucurella. Gonna crack it. And the striker in the box. Sociedad's B team keeping the ball more than Bilbao and Levante managed to do, as Gavi into Nico. Back out to Gavi. Just chip that over the top. There we go. Traore touches it down. The beast from the east, because that is the right hand side, of course, as he's dribbling into the middle. This is a good run. Got to be a handball. And is. Penalty kick. Very good work from Adama Traore. And this should hopefully, half an hour in, be the start of it. It's their old man who's handled it. And we'll get to take the penalty. Richarlison. I'm going to go bottom right. Please don't miss like he did in the shootout the other day. Precise. And we have our lead. The chicken dance did come out again. As beautiful little one. Hopefully he'll be saying chicken... Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That's the phrase. Very nice work as John Mangueza with a whipped in ball for them right there. And that was close to Nico's hand. That's not a very good pass out from the back, Nico. We've got to keep this, but we do now. Richarlison. Adama's on this wing. Can he cause more trouble? He's got the pace on the young defenders. He's going to keep on running. He's going to pass it across with venom. And every time I do that, sweaties do not work in Spain. As Gavi has it out wide to Ansu Fati, as he's going to try and curl one. And the keeper does save. Unlucky right there. Missing against Xabi Alonso's men. It has literally just clicked in my head. Xabi Alonso is their manager, so no wonder they've actually got some really good shape to them and they're taking the game to us, the youngsters, as Valera has the ball. It's into Garrido, coming across to make the tackle, unsuccessful, or not successfully doing so. Busquets gets the foul given against him, as Torrentes with it. Good cut out from Gavi. We could do with one more before half-time. Richarlison running at them. Has he got the pace? He does. Can he get the second? Let's try another sweaty. It doesn't work again. And it's straight to the keeper as at half-time. Their boys have done themselves proud so far. 1-0 still to us. And Galera around the corner. PK reads this one. And Sergio Busquets into Nico Gonzalez. Try and run forward slightly here. He's still got the ball. It's talking about Eibar being the next away game. I've just thought, though, however, another cup game's going to get threaded in, isn't it? Which is kind of disturbing the plans as Richarlison. You have to bury that. No wonder you're angry with yourself. The easiest goal any striker can score, but he doesn't. As that's a whipped in ball towards Oscar Mingueza. Not one. Adama knocks it down. Ansu onto Gavi. And Oscar Mingueza picks up on it again. It's Nico Gonzalez, in fact. And that hits Richarlison. It's not really working out for him, to be fair, here at Barca. I mean, he scored the odd goal, but 60 million. Kind of down the drain as Ansu Fati on a turn. Cucurella running forward. He's not had much to do on his debut here. Oh, that's a great tackle from them. Really good stuff. Cucurella keeping the pressure on, though. And can he just whip a ball over to Richarlison? Chest, hit, good save. Rebound is just under the keeper, though. And he does get his second of this game. Another chicken dance for it. Was quite fortunate with that one, but they all count. It's to him. It's a save, but only a parry. Young keeper, he'll learn from it. In at the near post. And I'm happy with that little bit of a cushion, as now Gavi to dribble forward with the ball. We've got Ousmane Dembele on for Ansu. So hopefully a faster outlet, as we've got it into Sergio Busquets. Richarlison, here we go, that's a good pass around the corner. Dembele, Cucurella already on an assist now, and he wins another penalty, hits the hand of the defender, and it's a chance for a hat-trick from Richarlison. Maybe he could come off the field if he does get it. They're changing their striker, who's hardly touched the ball, so I've not had to say the name, as he goes for the other corner, and he succeeds. Final chicken dance on the hat-trick. Or is it the final chicken dance? I don't know. I've got Aubameyang on the bench wanting to come on. But that's a good finish. 3-0 against the Young Guns as Gavi to run away with it slightly here. He's going to turn inside and give it to Richarlison. I see Ousmane on that wing. And that is a good switch out to the Frenchman. Can he join in the fun? He maybe wants a goal himself. Weaving in and out and tried to squeeze the shot in, but just could not. As Pedri to come on now. We'll play Pedri a bit more. Now he's back from injury as Cucurella gets on the short one. Takes the long way round, but dips in a good ball and inviting one towards Gavi, which was quite decent, as that's not a decent tackle. Karibuku with the ball out now to Dujawa coming across. It's Oscar Mingueza to make the tackle. Just tried to run it past him right there, unsuccessfully so, but Mingueza will throw that down. Gavi now into Busquets. That's through the middle. Richarlison will try and cross that over the top, and we do. Can we get a fourth? I would like it. I'm going to try with Pedri from range, but just tackled as there's 2 added minutes. And Sergio Busquets picks up on it from range himself and just flashes wide. Unlucky there. Cucurella will come off on his debut. 2 minutes for Dest in this game. Run down that clock. as it's a short pass. Richarlison putting the pressure on a bit too eagerly. Just because you've had a good game, don't get dismissed, as it is 3-0. Through to the next round with the Richarlison hat-trick. A lot of praise dished out to Richarlison right there in the press conference as we have another game. You're available again, Pedri. Ousmane Dembele, you're available. Hey, thanks for listening to the chants. Way, all good. I mean, it would be if we won our next game. Serginho Dest from Liverpool, 48 million. It's not his release clause, so we are not letting him go. I brought in Cucurella so I could rotate between the three of them, play them everywhere, and they've got to prove they can still be in this squad. As do we go with this tired team again in a simulation or the actual first team? I'm kind of leaning towards the first one. Richarlison's tired, even though he played really well. We can stick Pedri in there, and I'm going to go full throttle. I mean, Cucurella has to come into this team as well. He's on the bench. Full throttle, yeah. We're going to do it. We're going to risk it for an absolute biscuit against Zaragoza. Away from home. League below. Please be a hammering. Don't lose 3-0. Okay. Kessier. Christiansen did get dismissed, though. Memphis and Richarlison does see out the job. Very nicely done as an approach for Oscar Mingueza from Leipzig. Might let that go through, you know. We've got, of course, another fullback who is higher rated than him, as we've got another Copa de España game. But we've got deadline day to go through, and I might just end it after deadline day is completed, as how much have we spent? 57, 40, all things considered. And there is one player I'd still kind of like to sign, but I'll keep on going before we do. See what kind of bids come in, as Mingueza does leave the club next season. Okay, that's confirmed. As who do we have in the cup? Cadiz, who are straight away on the first. Jeez, this cup comes quick and fast, doesn't it? In the quarter-finals, as we'll keep on simming here, though. So we've got an offer for PK. Want him to round his contract down at the club. Unless someone pays 25 million, he's not going nowhere, as I'm just seeing if a bid comes in to see if we can sign the player that I'm thinking about signing. Come on, I don't want to sign him with the squad we've got now because it's too big, as Ferran Torres has his release clause met by Benfica. Benfica have met Ferran Torres. I mean, I don't understand that. Where does that leave the rest of us, Ferran? He, to be fair, I'm going to look at his stats, but he hasn't been as impressive as I kind of wanted him to be. 22-year-old, though, he could really be one of the world's best. Does money speak for him? I know I said that thing about, of course, contracts, but this is not a player I'd like to lose. No extension is wanted. Give him 1 year. Can we convince him with money? Propose a new release clause, 200 million. He accepts that. He wants his wage to 200k. 15 goals, 5 million. That is a lot of money. We have it to spend. I know I said I wanted bids in for our players, but I can't let him go to Benfica. Too much potential. Way too much. He's going to stay here. He has to stay here. We respect you. That's the second time a player said they don't see the future and then signed a wealthy enough contract and then actually decided they do want to stay. Money does talk, as he doesn't go to Benfica. Peña approached by Hellas Veronas. We do have keepers out on loan which are better than him already. Don't matter about him, as we've got one thing. That's probably him. No, transfer talks are over. Do we get a last minute bid in here before we'd have to buy a player to replace a player? We do. Aubameyang from Leipzig. He's been in Germany before. He hopefully goes to Germany again. We'll cash in on him. Too high of a wage to not play. With it being the final hour, I've just seen something. If I skip all the way, yeah, they've spent 96 million. How much have Atletico spent, who of course are just behind us in the league now? 143. Teams are spending money around us. I think I'm going to sign the player I want. He's going to want a crucial role. We're going to have to give him it, but he's not going to have it. Another central midfielder. I really want to sign this guy. Can play up front as well in centre forward, which Depay's been playing. Dani Olmo, the attacking cam from Leipzig. It reminded me when Aubameyang's just been, well, approached by Leipzig. I'm going to try and approach him. He's in his last year of contract, so we should be able to pay his worth and get him straight away. Of course, this is most of the money out of the bank, but we do have it. We've got a lot of money. It's not causing an issue. I'm going to offer it straight away and accepted as it should have been. This man, I just see, he's a Barcelona kind of player. Not a Real Madrid, he's a Barca player. As we'll offer him rotation. He's not going to take it. Yep, important. Okay, he's going to be rotating at least. So we've got a lot of rotating to do. At least we're covered for injuries, which, talking about you, Pedri, as we're going to offer 150 million as a release clause. And that is accepted as he wants 135. That's less than Jordi Alba, who's 82 rated. He wants the appearance fee and the signing on one. And I've gone ahead and straight accepted it because we've got the money. We've brought in a last minute, not a panic buy, but one I was concerned upon because of rotational reasons. But we've got to sign the best to be the best and win all the trophies. Dani Olmo. He joins the club as he's going to sit on that bench and look at this squad. Look at this squad. I could just not pass up on him. It's too good to pass up on. Hopefully Aubameyang's transfer goes through. I didn't realise, just 1 hour. Please go through. We've signed as left back, as rotational left back and rotational central midfielder. As it's broken down. Of course it has. Of course it has. PSG offering Di Maria and 18 million for Christensen. No chance for an ex-Real Madrid player. No chance he leaves as we've got the quarterfinals today. I think I'm going to save that for next episode because then we can have the quarterfinals, hopefully the semis, and then the finals a bit away, and we can play Ajax as well. Very important first leg, very important end to the season. We've got 1 trophy, let's go for the other 3. As thank you guys for watching this episode right here. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I almost choked on my throat just there, I've got nothing in my mouth. But yeah, your support means the world to me. 300 subscribers since we hit 5k. That is sensational. Thank you guys very much. I will see you in the next episode. And take care of yourselves till tomorrow. In a bit. And peace.